On August 28th, at the Democratic National Convention, Senator Barack Obama concluded his acceptance speech, The American Promise, with this passage from the Bible. It's a passage from the letter to the Hebrews. In his numerous campaign speeches, Obama deployed an idea of hope loosely drawn from his Christian faith. For him, hope is not the same as optimism, nor does it connote passivity. Hope is that thing inside us that insists, despite all evidence to the contrary, that something better awaits us if we have the courage to reach for it, and to work for it, and to fight for it, he said after his first victory in Iowa. And this audacity of hope is God's greatest gift to us, the bedrock of the nation, the belief in things not seen, the belief that there are better days ahead, as he noted at his celebrated keynote address a few years ago. During the campaign, Barack Obama's political ascendance was regularly attributed to his style. For his critics, Obama's appeal to hope was nothing but evidence of what they saw as his lack of substance, that is, his lack of experience and the lack of specificity and originality in his policy proposals. Over time, however, Obama seems to have proven that he has both style and substance, as Colin Powell put it in endorsing Obama's candidacy in October 2008. And the New York Times editorial board reached a similar conclusion. Mr. Obama has met challenge after challenge, growing as a leader and putting real, fresh flesh on his early promises of hope and change. This paper seeks to complicate the relationship between hope and substance by examining several different views of substance at the intersections of the religious and economic. I first turned to Pope Benedict XVI's meditation on the substance of Christian hope, based on the same letter to the Hebrews Barack Obama used to conclude his acceptance speech at the Democratic National Convention. In this meditation, Pope Benedict defines the spiritual substance of Christian hope. Defines the spiritual substance of belief vis-a-vis the material substance of property. This encyclical is also about the relationship between the economic and the theological. In his view, the former serves as the substance of Christian hope. I then turn to two forms of economic exchange: indigenous Fijian ceremonial gift-giving and Japanese financial derivatives trading, in order to bring into view two contrasting configurations of substance. In indigenous Fijian gift-giving, hope fulfilled in exchange among humans serves as the substance of humans' belief in God. In Japanese financial derivatives trading, a subjunctive as-if mode of belief embedded in the idea of arbitrage, a dominant trading strategy among professional traders, replicates an equally subjunctive form of substance. These observations point to the centrality of the definition of substance in the production of hope, which in the terms of this paper, which means in the terms of this paper, reorientation from no longer to not yet. I analyzed the simultaneously generalizing and personalizing quality of Barack Obama's notion of belief as a defining feature of the particular aesthetic of substance that underlies his campaign of hope. The first section is called Faith as Substance. Faith is hope, Pope Benedict XVI proclaims in his second encyclical, Spe Salvi, on the nature of Christian hope. This encyclical was published in November 2007. In this encyclical, Pope Benedict draws attention to the long-standing theological debate about the meaning of the following passage from the letter to the Hebrews. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. According to Pope Benedict, the focus of this debate is the original Greek term hypostasis, which is here translated as substance, following the Latin translation of the line substantia. Pope Benedict presents three different approaches to the substance of faith. In Thomas Aquinas' conception of faith as a habitus, that is, a stable disposition of the spirit through which reason is led to consent to what it does not see, Pope Benedict points out that through faith there are already present in us the things that are hoped for. In contrast, in his German translation of the same passage, Luther puts it as follows: standing firm in what one hopes, being convicted of what one does not see. Standing firm in what one hopes, being convinced of what one does not see. In the Pope's view, Luther's translation introduces a new dimension to this debate, a subjective notion of faith through the idea of conviction, which is lacking, in his view, in the original Greek word elenkos, used in the second half of the passage. Elenkos means a more objective notion of proof, evidence. Finally, in a currently widely shared theological view, faith is not merely a personal reaching out towards things to come that are still unseen. It gives us something. It gives us even now something of the reality we are waiting for. And this present reality constitutes for us a proof of the things that are still unseen.